Alright guys, welcome back to another video. We're back with Haze Shenron. I had a friend of mine, we did a profile on his Haze Shenron. He's since stopped playing it, is playing something else now. And I kind of fell in love with the deck. I think it's really strong. I will be taking it to PPG. This will probably be my list for PPG. I might change one or two cards. I'll let you know what those guys are in a moment. But yeah, this deck is honestly really good, extremely strong, really good matchups. Like, it pretty much doesn't lose any matchup to any deck right now. Obviously there's like his more difficult matchups. Dark Broly is a pretty difficult matchup to go against just because they're able to keep warping cards from your grave, from your drop, your hand, or your field. So, you know, controlling your resources like that against Dark Broly is a little difficult, but I've been able to pull out wins against it every once in a while. So, like I said, you know, this deck is not an auto lose to anything. If you're interested in playing Haze Shenron, I highly recommend it, and hopefully this list will help you guys out. I'll also be going over my side deck as well, just a little bit something different, just because PPG is coming up and I wanted to give some people some side deck tips and everything as well. So let's go ahead and get into it. If you don't know what the Haze Shenron leader does, on the front side, he's a swing at lead, search top 5 for any Shadow Dragon card, so that's like most of your deck. Really, really strong ability. You can add your secret rare to hand and stuff like that. Like, you pretty much always see your secret rare unless he's in life. And then his auto at the end of the turn, you choose one of your Shadow Dragon battle cards, switch to active mode. Really, really strong, especially because, you know, you can swing with your 30k and then restand at the end of your turn. His awakening condition is as long as you have a Unison with energy cost of 4, original energy cost of 4, you can awaken. Or if you're at 3 or less life, you can awaken and you draw 2, untap 1, and then you flip over to the back. Auto, draw 1 card when you attack. Auto, at the end of your turn, restand all your Shadow Dragon cards. And then, of course, his activate main, tap 6. Choose 7 Shadow Dragon cards with different names into room drop area and play them. One of the strongest abilities in this game. Once you get to your tap 6 play, your opponent is looking pretty worse for wear at that point. They're probably not going to end up winning the game if you can make it to the tap 6. So yeah, that's it for the leader. We'll go ahead and get into the battle cards now. First off, we're going to be playing the Haze Shenron chain. I'm playing it at a little bit of a different ratio. I saw somebody do this at the last tournament. I liked it a lot. We're doing 2 of the 2-star ball. Then we're only doing 3 of the 3-drop Haze. And then we're doing 4 of the 4-drop Haze. The reason why we're doing this ratio is this Haze chain just really isn't that important. It's a very good chain. It's very strong. Like for early aggro, but really in this deck, you really don't need to do that very often. This is the most important Haze card because of his ability to either combo with him and drop a Shadow Dragon card, or if you swing with him, you drop a Shadow Dragon card, choose one of your opponent's battle cards with a greater energy what they currently have, and kill it. Not greater than or equal to, it's only greater than, so make sure you pay attention to that if you're using it. But his ability to be able to just combo and pop something is very, very strong. I've actually helped win a lot of games that way because, you know, my opponent will swing at me and I'll say no negates, they'll dump hand, and then I just kill it when they're going in, trying to go in for game. The 3-drop Haze is nice because he does let you add something from your drop area back to your hand, 4 or less. The recursion is nice. Sometimes you do need it, but you really don't. I mean, he's a 15k crit swinger if you ever need it, and then the 1-star ball just helps you get to the 3-star. The 3-drop Haze. You really don't use this chain very often. Like I said, you're much better off using the better chain in the Haze Shenron deck is the actual Haze Shenron chain. So we're doing 4 of the 1-star, 4 of the 4-drop, and 4 of the 9-drop. The 9-drop is honestly, this is the best card in the game, save the secret rare. Or this is the best card in the deck, I mean, save the secret rare, honestly. So the 1-star, you play it for 1 energy, you tap another energy, and you grab the 4-star, the 4-drop, I mean, from either your deck or your hand and play it. I recommend searching it through the deck as early, like as often as you possibly can, just so you can maintain card advantage. Even if you have one in your hand, it's a free deck search, so you might as well just go through the deck and grab them out. So that way you're not losing cards out of your hand for combo power and stuff like that. And then the 4-drop says you can choose one of your opponent's battle cards or a leader card if it's in rest mode. Battle card less than it's 4 or less energy. And then they can't attack for the next turn. Really good at locking down leaders, especially leaders that rely on their leader to draw, or a leader like Soul Striker. You can Zamasu super combo, bring out the 4-drop, and then their Soul Striker leader won't be able to get that untapped to draw 1 on their turn. So very, very strong. And then, of course, the 9-drop, Blocker Revenge. Whenever your opponent plays a battle card, any battle card, choose that battle card, ignoring barrier, and negate its skills. If you're playing the 9-drop, make sure you audibly say negate the skills of this card as soon as your opponent plays it. There's no reason not to. Just negate the opponent's skills. Like, just outright say it, so that way everybody's on the same page. He has Blocker Revenge, and then his auto, this a little bit different from the 4-drop. The 4-drop's auto says if this card is KO'd by a skill, like if it's removed by a skill, then you draw one, play the 1-star ball from the drop area. So if you block with the 4-drop and he dies, you won't get his effect. The 9-drop says when this card is KO'd or removed by a skill. So if it gets warped, if it gets KO'd by a battle from blocking with it, or if somebody pops it, you get to draw 2 and play the 1-star. I honestly love if my opponent pops the 9-drop because no skin off my bones. You know, I mean, I play the 9-drop on turn 2, you pop them, no big deal. I draw 2 and I bring out another 9-drop literally the next turn anyways. So very fantastic card. He's honestly a problem, you know, negating the skills on all your opponent's battle cards, getting rid of triple strike, dual attack, double strike, all those things. Fantastic card. I love him so much. Definitely must run 4 of those. The next card must run at least a 3 of is the Haze Shenron. This is a fantastic turn 1 play. If you don't see either of your balls turn 1, then Haze Shenron is the go-to card here. Haze Shenron's activate main is you can discard it from your hand, grab one of the 1-star balls from the deck, and play them with their skills negated. That doesn't really matter because you're really never gonna you're never gonna use their ability turn 1 anyways. So his other effect is that he's a counterplay, and you can play him for 2 energy, and the battle card being played is played in rest mode. Really good ability. I use it every once in a while. It's okay. And then obviously he's another Shadow Dragon name for your drop area stuff. Next, let's get into our one of Shadow Dragon cards. These are just cards that will help you in your drop area that you can use to swing on your reanimation. Haze Shenron, Harbinger of Ruin. His activate main is that once per turn, you can choose one of your cards in rest mode, put it in the drop area, and then choose one of your opponent's cards and switch it to rest mode. So you can, tap one of their energy, one of their leaders or whatever. Usually you do want to tap an energy just because if you're going in for the kill turn, you tap 6 and you're going in, you can just go ahead and tap their energy. Yeah. Next is the Supernatural Shenron. Auto when this card is played, choose up to 3 Shadow Dragon cards from your drop area, put them in the bottom of your deck, and he gains dual attack. Very strong ability, 20k dual attack. I've won a few games with him. 2 swings. You can also get rid of 2 counters on Unisons. Really, really strong. I'm not playing the other Supernatural Shenron just because he's like $30 right now, and I don't have the money for that. The next one is the Haze Shenron, the one that evolves over the other Haze Shenron. Obviously, you can't play both of them from the same play, but either one is okay. His auto is pretty nice. You can choose one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and negate its skills for the turn, or the Unison. So if you're in the mirror match, you can negate the Nekikabura Unison from being able to block, negate a blocker, whatever the deal is. He has a counterplay effect. I've never used it, probably never will. And then obviously the one secret rare. This secret rare is broken. He's one of the best secret rares in the game. Has deflect, so he's coming out. And then you can't remove him from the battle area. The only thing you can do is minus him. That's literally all you can do is neg him or kill him from battle. He's an infinite blocker as long as I don't go down to 0 power, which is awesome because you lose 5k power every swing. So that means he has 7? He can block 7 times before he dies. So really, really strong. I mean, most people aren't attacking 7 times, and even if they are, you kind of have ways around that. You can Zamasu super combo, put something else to Reds mode, or you can throw in a gate in there once in a while. But yeah, he's honestly super strong. And then the fact that he lowers his energy cost based on how many 1-drops you have in your deck, in your drop area. It's not even just 1-drops, it's just cards with the cost of 1. So a Flying Nimbus, a Time Magic, and then all your 1-star balls, all that lowers the card's cost down to at least 1 energy. So you can pay as low as 1 energy for the secret rare. Really, really good tempo swing. Honestly, I was thinking about running the Cells secret rare in the deck instead, but I think I'm going to stick with the Haze Shenron secret rare just because getting from turn 5 to turn 6 is made a lot easier with this card because your opponent's turn 5 play is usually very explosive. That's usually when they're ready to go in for the kill. And this pretty much just says no and buys you that extra turn to get to your turn 6 win turn. Next, our Unison of choice. I'm only running 4. Is Nekikabura. You can run another Unison if you want to. I've seen people run the Gogeta Unison. I've seen people run the Blue Vegeta Unison. The only reason why I'm not running another Unison is because I'm not running the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta counterplay. I really didn't see a need for him, and in my testing, he was pretty much a dead card in my hand. I never felt the need to play him. Yeah, he's an extra blocker, which is nice, but I mean, the deck has a lot of blockers anyways. You really don't need the extra blocker. You're never going to brick in this deck. I'm letting you know right now. There's impossible to brick. Your leader's a search top 5 on the front side, so like you will literally never brick in this deck. I just don't see the need to see the Vegeta Unison or the Gogeta Unison. I mean, their abilities just aren't good enough for the deck for me to really want to put them in and waste the 2 energy on them when I could use that 2 energy to bring out another 9-drop Shenron instead. So I don't feel the need. But Mechagobora's amazing Unison, gives you a lot of advantage. His activate, his +1 is a draw 1. So you draw 3 cards essentially every single turn. You draw for turn, draw 1 off of Mechagobora, choosing a battle card in rest mode, keeping it in rest mode, and then your leader swing is an extra draw 1 when you awaken. So you're drawing 3 every turn. And on your awaken turn, I mean, you draw 1 for turn, you draw 2 when you awaken, you draw 1 from Mechagobora, and then you draw 1 from the swing. So you drew 5 cards that turn. That's just on your awaken turn. So really, really strong, really good tempo swing. And then his -4 pretty much can end games. If you somehow survive, you can just activate main, steal a battle card, steal their secret rare, steal their whatever. Like, it's amazing. I've used it against quite a few people. I was able to steal like the Gotenks, and the Gotenks matchup in endgame. I stole like the red Gogeta on my duel I did with my homeboy a couple weeks back. Really, really good, really, really strong ability. So yeah, I really don't see the need to play any other Unison. Mechagobora is just fine. Next to our extra cards, we are running 2 Time Magic, we're running 2 Crusher Ball, and we're running 3 Nimbus. This is like our little like defensive package here. Time Magic does come in clutch. I really only use Time Magic just because Gotenks is a thing, and he has dual attack, and Time Magic stops dual attack. So that's why I'm running that. Crusher Ball's good. The effect is good. You know, obviously the Vegeta does the same thing, but for free. I just didn't really feel the need to play him. I'd rather just have the Crusher Ball because it's a 1-drop, so it kind of helps with your secret rare play. So you can just Crusher Ball, put them in rest mode. Works really well against Obuni. Put those tokens in rest mode. And then Nimbus is Nimbus. No need to explain. Nimbus has really gotten a lot weaker recently, but it's okay. I will probably end up replacing the 2 Crusher Ball for 2 Vegeta's Final Flash. It's also a 1-drop, so it does help. And I just feel like Vegeta's Final Flash will be a little bit more useful, especially if your opponent's doing in a situation where they're trying to go all in for game, and you can just go ahead and negate their triple strike, double strike, whatever the case may be, negate the crit, whatever the case is. Really, really strong. I think that Vegeta's Final Flash would be a lot better than Crusher Ball, but I'm going to see with further testing. And then a 1-of Universe 9 Assemble. This is basically a budget version of the Goku Apes. I actually really love this card. It's a tap 2, draw 2. So some turns you kind of just like have nothing to do with your energy. Maybe you brought out the secret rare for like 2 or 3 energy on turn 5, and you got really nothing else to do with your energy. So I just, tap 2, draw 2. Really, really strong. I figured I would just leave it in the deck just for a mana sink every once in a while. Next, your combo cards, I'm going to call this, is a Monster Super Combo. Absolutely mandatory in this deck. You're playing a control deck, putting something to rest mode, like a leader or a battle card. Absolutely mandatory. And then there's Zarbon. Zarbon, I'm really contemplating taking out of the deck entirely because I almost never use him. His ability, theoretically, very strong if you pull it off, but literally every single time I've wanted to use Zarbon in a situation, I either ended up not needing him anyways because I was able to stop all the attacks regardless, or I didn't see him in my hand and it was oh well. I'm really thinking about just cutting him from the deck. I might replace this with Vegeta's Final Flash and leave 1 Zarbon in the deck as a 1-of, but I don't really know. I'll have to do further testing with it and see how I feel about it. But so for right now, Zarbon really hasn't done much for me except for be a charge and an occasional 5k combo to try and block an attack. And then our game enders, Fu, 2 Champa double strikes. You're running a lot of big beefy swingers in this deck, 30Ks, 35Ks, all that good stuff. So adding a Champa double strike just feels right to me. Really good way to end game. If you do your tap 6, you don't kill them, you wait till the next turn, go in with your secret rare who's a 35k, bare minimum 45k with Champa double strike on board. So really, really strong. Fu Shot of the Mystery, self-explanatory. If you don't want to do your tap 6 play, if you feel like you can just get game off of Fu, then just do your tap 6 for Fu and catch him off guard with that. Or you could do it the following turn, like I said, do your tap 6, swing with everything, put them on the back foot, go back to your turn, charge, have 7 energy, and then Fu. So I think Fu is absolutely mandatory in this deck. You're obviously trying to get the 6 energy anyways, so you'll always get there. Next, I want to go over our side deck really quick. These are the side deck cards I choose to be running. There are 2 cards I'm missing that I have to replace because I'm letting a friend borrow them, but I will let you guys know what they are. So first up, Dark Power Black Mass Sam. This card honestly just should be in everybody's side deck. It's too good to not use it. You know, it works against Obuni. If they play their tokens, they got to drop 2. It works against Kidku. Kidku isn't super relevant, but it's a deck that is gonna see play, so why not play it? You know what I mean? Black Mass is really strong. You don't even have to like swing with him. You just tap 1, leave him on the board, and now your opponent has to kind of work around things. Especially if you have this and your 9-drop Shenron on board, you're negating skills, and then if their autos go off where they get to play the battle card that they're playing off of the auto, they still have to drop 2 cards. So really, really effective that way. The deck also does struggle with board removal a little bit. Yellow in general does. So 2 max power and 2 Kami, I feel like really going to help with the board removal. Kami's for those going wide decks, and then max power for those going tall decks. So you have your grounds covered there. You know, Kami can work really well against like a Red Broly. So look at max power, and then obviously, you know, a deck like Kidku, a deck like Go Tanks can you can Kami Global Unifier, a deck like Go Tanks and stuff like that, kind of clear off the little weenies on the board. But yeah, I like these options as good board removal. Mutaido, I would probably replace this with Mecha Kabura. Like I said, I'm letting a friend use him right now, so I don't have him in the side deck. But yeah, Mecha Kabura would definitely be the better option here. You know, just tapping 2, calling out any card, you can't play it now. Undisputed strong ability. Another card I feel like is a little slept on is Poutine. So whenever you switch a card to rest mode, if your leader card is yellow, if you switch a battle card to rest mode, she comes out for free. She has barrier, she's unique, and then once per turn, when your opponent plays a battle card using a skill or activates a counter, then you choose it to one of your opponent's battle cards and switch to rest mode. I like that a lot. It works well against Obuni. Same thing. If Obuni plays tokens, you put Obuni to rest mode. Self-explanatory. I like her a lot. I think she's a little slept on. The likelihood of me siding her in very low, but I like her a lot. Another sort of board removal, Justice Blast. It is 3 energy, but in this deck, you actually really can spare 3 energy every once in a while. You know, like I said, on your turn 5 play, when you bring out the secret rare, if you bring them out for a pretty low energy cost, tapping 3 is really not that big a deal, because it does choose one of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode, ignoring barrier, negate its skills for the rest of the turn, and then KO it. So it doesn't get any float effects, it doesn't get any swap effects, anything like that, and you just get to KO it. It does have to already be in rest mode, but that's not too hard in this deck, so I figured why not run it. And then 2 Trunks, the Cunnings for blue. You're not tapping any energy in this deck, so it doesn't affect you at all, but works very well against you know, blue in general, Soul Striker, Baby, any other decks like that. If they want to untap energy that's not their leader ability, they're going to have to warp the 5, and if they can't warp the 5, then they actually can't untap. So I like this card a lot, and it lasts for the rest of the game, so very, very strong. That's it for the deck profile. That's it for the entire Shenron thing. That's for the side deck as well. Let me know what you guys think below. Like I said, I'm going to continue doing some testing, but I'm very serious about taking this deck to PBG down in Coco. I'm really confident in the deck. I think it can do very well. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Catch you guys later. Peace.